Okay, so then, okay, yeah, so we're on now. So let me grab the link and then I can send it to you.
Yeah.
Content. All right. You already know. Yee. Okay. Let me grab this link. Yo. All right. Ooh, YouTube's got a promotions here for beta. Something going on over here. Monetize? Yeah. Hello.
I know, right? Do you have 4,000 subscribers?
No, we don't. You don't need. Back when I did it, you didn't need 4,000.
Also, you're already monetized.
Yeah, I've been monetized for a while now.
Also, you're like grandfathered in a sense.
Well, no, I think it was 1,000 then.
Like, yeah, now it's 4,000.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's good. That's awesome.
No. I think you got the stuff mixed up. It's 1,000 subscribers and I think 4,000 watch hours.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. No. Exactly what it is. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That was actually harder to do. Let me send you the link.
Yeah, the hours, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people actually have to stay for longer than 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah. 4,000 doesn't seem like a lot, but hours is a different. That's something else, 4,000 hours. You got the link there?
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
Okay, let me post it on here. Link. Paste.
If you could put in the put live.salsakings.com, but then have it go to that link, if that makes sense.
How do you do that?
Like there's the text that people see, and then there's the actual link itself.
Paste. Customize sticker text. Okay.
Right. That one would be live.salsakings.com. Because that's what I want everybody to memorize.
I get you. Smart. Bam. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Albertico bling bling in the house.
I gotta add a song for this. Let me see.
All right, yeah, we got a minute and 45 seconds. And by the way, if you're just hopping on, by all means, say what's up. Drop some love in the comments. That's what this is all for. Appreciate y'all hopping on. We're gonna have a fun interview today with my boy Albertico bling bling.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, how often you get on that bike there, dog? Is that a Peloton?
I don't do it that much, but my fiance does.
Oh, okay, that's good. All right, that's good. As long as somebody's riding the damn thing.
Every day, yeah, man.
Oh,
no, it's great. I've done it before. I get bored, but it's great.
There's those mirrors, those exercise mirrors that I'm, of course, my head immediately goes like, Zumba style, like a salsa class type deal. But that's definitely more. I figure that's more like on the fitness side.
Mirrors, yeah.
No, the mirror, the exercise mirror, versus if they were like someone to actually learn or take a class, like watching, even though the technology's there, like that part is cool.
Right. Still.
Yeah, it's like another market, Yeah.
Well, the bike is different because you're just there.
Well, there's a class though normally, right? There's there's an instructor on the TV or whatever.
He does like the meditation ones. We've done the running ones. Where,
really?
It tells you when to run, when to walk, when to whatever. But it's pretty dope.
Okay. Cool.
And it's motivating. Like on the beach, you run, and you have that in your headphone and.
Nice. Okay. And you're running in place?
No. Like I'm outside. Oh, because you can put it on your phone. You can take it. Like if you have if you pay for the subscription, they have the app on the phone, so you can go out and do it out. Yeah. So in that case, it's worth it.
Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. It's officially 8:00. Let me see if I get my my famous text message here that I should be dropping in that it's going to receive Everybody should receive the link there shortly soon and be adding on. I'll go ahead and do the formal introduction once I get this text here. Just got it. Perfect. Cool. So we should have a few more that hop on now in a second.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. I'm hiding you. Bye. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 99. What? Episode 99. That's wild. That's just as wild for me to say it as I would hope that it is for you to hear it. But this interview is very, very special to me because this is literally a brother from another mother, a Salsa Kings triple OG. He specifically has been dancing since 1999. For those of you that know, we just celebrated our 25th anniversary, Salsa Kings 25th anniversary last weekend. It was an absolute blast. And Albertico, at the age of 7, was already setting up his strong foundation with the founder, Elba Diaz, at the time Maestre now, and actually was teaching already at the age of 15 at a other Miami casino school known as Latin Groove back in the day. Definitely a track history of success when it comes to his students. Rejoined Salsa Kings in 2009. That's when I first met him. And we'll go ahead and definitely talk to you about that encounter, which was definitely fun, definitely interesting. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring this man on board who definitely has a lot to say and a lot of value to bring to you, all of our listeners, and all of those of you that are watching now. So I appreciate you all so much. And feel free at any point to ask any questions to El Capitan Albertico Roque. I got you on, dog. How you doing, man? Oh, what? Okay. Was that surprise number one? That's surprise number one. That's what's up, man. How you doing, bro?
Good. I'm glad to be here, man. Thank you for having me on.
No, for sure, man. It's definitely a pleasure. I had to interview some other people first, but then, I wanted to get you at like an important number. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. That's really what it is. So for those of you that don't know, I'm actually going to be doing episode 100 is going to be with me, which we will be recording April 24th. The live, and then we'll be releasing in audio format May 1st. So we're excited about that. But my dude, so let's get right into this. Up until I set off the precedent with how we met, but that's definitely later on. So let's talk about you for a second, man. Let's talk about. I mean, how much do you remember before the age of 7? Like, has Salsa Kings always been in your life? Because, I don't know how much I remember before the age of 7.
No, I remember everything.
Do you really?
So I came from Cuba when I was 5.
Okay.
And then, it's in the blood, thankfully. I was chosen with it in the blood, And by age 7, my parents saw that in all the Cuban parties, all the holiday parties, I would just go crazy dancing, not knowing what I was doing. And they decided to put me into salsa. We went to level 1 with Eba. I fell in love with it and literally never stopped.
When did you get here?
In 1997.
97. So you came here when you were 5?
5, yeah.
Okay. Nice.
5.
Okay. So then 2 years of being here, they started you up in classes.
Yes.
Okay.
Out of every other activity that I had going on, or I tried out, karate, piano, even drumming, basketball, salsa was the only one thing that I stuck through till now.
Mira pa eso. Okay. So there you go. So okay. So then you started up at 7. I guess how long were you there for? I guess initially taking classes for.
I was probably with Edba for maybe a year or 2 years.
Okay.
Until I got to a level where I got to the highest level, advanced 3 at that point or whatever she had, and I just wanted something else. So then I went to salsa fusion
Okay.
with
Estar ahí.
yeah, exactly. And
Okay.
I was then I met Yandy there. Everybody, Yandy taught me too for a good amount.
Nice.
That was super fun. And I just kept jumping around school to school. I even went to New Image one time, Rodrigo, when he had it.
Mira eso.
That was really cool. And
Oh my gosh, that's right. That was right around that time. That was right around that time. Dang. Okay. So yeah, so that was 2000. You must have saw him 2008.
Yeah, exactly. Because then I stopped for a little bit, and then I ended up going to FIU Salsa Kings to see what was going on. See if I can get in here somehow.
So you went for about 2 years, and then you were jumping to different schools consistently since then, or did you take a little? You were doing other activities for a little bit?
I stopped jumping around probably at the age of 15 for like 2 years, 15, 16, like that high school, that era, And then when I graduated high school is when I went and I was like, oh, I miss it. Let me go back. Let me see what's out. What's the community like now? What schools are out now? And Salsa Kings was still out, number one.
Right.
FIU, GC. That was awesome.
You already know. So how long were you teaching at Latin Groove for?
So at Latin Groove, I started teaching Latin Groove but I didn't. It wasn't there for that long. It was maybe.
Yeah, I do remember that. It was kind of short-lived. I do remember that.
Wait. I'm completely off. I stopped jumping when I got to Latin Groove at 15. They trained me to become an instructor.
Got it.
I taught there all the way up until they closed, and then we went to FIU.
Got it. Okay, so then they were open for about what, 4 years por ahí, or no?
Yeah. Something like very short.
Okay. Yeah. And who was in charge of Latin Groove then?
Man, you had Miriam and Eddie. I don't even know the last names.
Okay. Okay.
They were there, and they would make it a club on the weekends and everything.
That's right.
It was nice.
What was the name of this? Was it? Because it wasn't called. ¿Cómo?
LG Nightclub.
LG Nightclub. Okay, that's right. I heard of that. That's right.
And it was like all the all ages parties would be there. He would even do freestyle parties, like bringing freestyle back. He would have special guests perform. It was cool. And then the salsa during the week.
Right.
Right. And from there, Salsa Kings. And when I got to Salsa Kings, Andres, the king himself,
oh my God,
taught me how to dance on one. Nobody ever taught me how to dance on beat.
Oh my God. So recap to put this man back on his pedestal. Albertico, when I first saw him, well, first of all, of course, I go to greet him like he's new. Hey, welcome. How are you? He showed up a little bit late, so I was like, "Would you like to hop into a class?" He's like, "No, man, it's okay, bro. Don't worry about it. I've been in the game for a while." And I'm like, "Okay, absolutely. Come on in. Welcome. Feel free to check us out, etc." Right? Who are you with? You were with someone, right?
Wait, I think I was with Fina.
Okay, yeah, you did go with Fina. That's right. Okay, so Albertico walks in for the first day that I meet Albertico is the first day I meet Fina, apparently.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, that's right. Okay, which Fina, for those of you that don't know, is the owner of Salsa Fina today. So, and which is still currently running, super successful, super happy, super proud of her, amazing. So he comes in and I, of course, I think it was after the class finishes, I see him social dancing, and I mean, right off the rip, one of the best social dancers I had ever seen. But there was a very big difference or issue with this, and he was on the 7 or something, on the 3, or right,
5, 7, yeah.
right. So this was immediately. I'm like, I have to give this man. I have to, So, and then sure enough, and one of the reasons why
I was hard-headed. You had to tell me a few times because my ego was through the roof at that time in my life, and you had to, bro, understand what I'm telling you.
Right. But and the thing is this and it's for whatever reason I seem to attract hard-headed people. I wonder why. because I'm hard-headed. Okay, so I tend to have a little bit of patience. I'm like, hey, listen, like I get it, I completely understand. Just you're gonna be able to feel the music a little bit more. Like I try to explain why things. Why my recommendations will be beneficial to you. I try to sell my ideas when it comes to teaching, right? It's like, hey, it's not because I have an ego and I like telling you things. No, it's for you. So go on. So you come in, you hung out for a couple of days, and then what ends up happening? Go ahead, you can tell it. Go ahead.
And then I end up asking you for a job.
Yeah.
And you hire me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There was no doubt about it because the foundation was there.
Bam.
There it is. Episode's done. Good night, guys. Have a good night.
No, and I remember my mind being blown when I learned how to dance on one. I was like, what was I doing? How was it even possible that I thought I was dancing good? It's incredible the difference, like, you know, when you watch somebody on beat and not on beat, and wow, that blew my mind. I remember, and ever since then, I mean, I just grew. You helped me grow extremely throughout the entire. When we had the dance team, when we competed, when we did shows, you know, we did a lot, man. We did a lot. So
from the first, well, it wasn't the first Aventura Dance Cruise, but the first Aventura Dance Cruise that Salsa Kings went on.
Yeah,
that was a blast. We had fun. What year was that? Oh my gosh, 2000.
Recently single.
2014. That 9 years ago.
Yeah. God, how fun.
Albertico was still bald. He was still bald then.
I've been bald since like 20 years old.
You look good, bro.
I've been shaving bald, and now I'm completely lasered. By the way, I don't shave anymore.
Oh, mira eso. That's what's up.
Yeah, because it was.
It's too much. Bueno,
yeah,
okay. So then you were with us for a while.
5 years, maybe. 4 years.
2009, 2014. Yeah.
Longer. Well, no, I showed up there. I was 17, 18, and I think I left at 22, 23.
Okay. Right. Because we temporarily we left FIU the end or the middle 2015, I think, is when we ended. Or we put a temporary pause before we went to the Salsadero studio. Right? So that's a whole nother story. I'll probably talk about that on my episode. Which is a little bit more my history, but so then you continued teaching, right? And you went on. Go ahead. I'm taking your thunder here. So what ends up happening?
I left Salsa Kings. I got into a toxic relationship. No, I'm just kidding. I got into a relationship, and you know, I just stopped dancing. Like it happens a lot in the community. People get in relationships, they disappear. It doesn't work out, and then you can always rest assured you always have a home in salsa. You know, the community always welcomes you, takes you in, and you're like, it's like you never left. And so that's what happened. So then I started being more social with salsa, going to the congresses, going to all the events, the pre-parties, the after parties, all over the place, making an actual mini name for myself. That's how I see it. You know,
right? No, it is what it is. People know who you are at the end of the day. That's it.
And then from there, I ran into Fina again. How many years have passed by? I think 4 years have passed, or 5 years have passed, or 7 years that have passed by since the last saw Fina. She had her little school going on. So then we got together. We opened it up together. We founded it. We blew it up, and man, look at where it's at now. It's beautiful.
It's amazing.
And I've stepped back now from the actual community a little bit. I'm just focused on my own self, my life right now, and trying to grow as much as I possibly can. But we still go here and there, you know, have a good time, dance,
Amen.
meet up with everybody. You know, it's always fun.
For sure. But cool. Okay, so then So basically, if I was to summarize, you are Miami Casinero definition. Like you have been involved since you can remember, essentially.
Yeah.
If not in an actual school here in Miami, but at least in your soul and in your spirit, dancing back home in Cuba. So much so that your parents needed to stick you in a salsa class, which is pretty wild.
They could have ever done for me. That was the best. Salsa's the best.
That's amazing. That's amazing, man. That's definitely a blessing, brother. You've inspired so many in your years with us, and I mean, you're still in your 20s, right? No,
Oh
yeah.
my god, that's a huge compliment. I'm so old.
How old are you now,
I'm
bro?
31.
Oh, you're
Andres,
31.
you met me when I was 18. I'm
Eso,
31.
eso sí es algo. Para que sepan, that's why we're excited about this specific interview, because we've had a lot of awesome conversations, a lot of great connections, a lot of shared a lot of experiences together, and a lot of it being because of this awesome world that we're a part of, which all of you are, all of you are, and every single one of you will, if you haven't already, make amazing lifetime connections because of this, and we're just so grateful, and we're just trying to continue to pass on the buck and any little golden nugget that we can, and which I guess we'll go now into what it is the topic of today is, which is your foundations. For those of you that don't know, we have all of our interviewees select their own topic, and Albertico chose foundations, which is ultimately the being secure in your basics, I guess you can say, but a little bit more of what's important. Starting from the ground up, and the importances of that and why. So, brother, by all means, man, go ahead and take it away on on what do these guys need to hear, man? Because I'm grateful to say that there are a lot that are paying attention, dude. So
I'm glad. Thank you for being here. If you're listening, if you're tuned in, thank you so much. So I mean, I love watching everybody dance. I love when people have a good time dancing. I think that's number one. But foundations are so important. And from going out and just watching students and social dancing and whatnot, I'm noticing that that's lacking a lot right now in the community, from what I can tell and from what I've seen. Sometimes to the point where I'm almost 100% sure people are getting hurt. They're just not saying anything.
Okay. Okay.
That's how bad I've seen sometimes of a few turns being done, and I'm just like, whoa, that's you gotta be careful. You gotta go back to the foundations, connecting, understanding that you're leading and your partner is following, but having that connection where you guys can feel each other. You feel each other's energy. You know if they feel comfortable, if they feel nervous, if they even want to dance with you, you can feel with proper connection.
Boom.
All right.
Boom. Hold on. Wait. Let's slow down. Hold on. Wait a minute. That's it. Hey, look, and that's so crazy that you just said that, because I literally released, if I'm not mistaken, 96. I call it Safe Space. And talking about that we should be aware enough to be able to even feel if the other person is about it. And if not, then we should obviously be adjusting to what's happening in order to be able to change that. If the objective is, of course, to have a good time, right?
Right, of course, 100%. But I mean, a lot of people are. So a lot of followers are not having a good time.
Right.
Like it's mainly the lead is having a great time because they're doing what they've been taught and what they know. But the actual follow is being, she's getting hurt. She's not having fun. She's being thrown around. There's no leading. There's no proper connection. So they just feel lost the whole time. Like you're not really having fun. You're just kind of being thrown all around the place, And then you're done. It's like, okay, thank you. And then you go ask them to dance again, and they say no.
Right?
So,
they're tired. They're somehow tired every time when you ask them to dance, right?
Right. I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
I think students that are in classes now, or anybody starting to take classes, they need to take their time more with the foundations, with your footwork, your hand placement, your arms, the tension you should have between each other, even as far as to how high your arm, the follower's arm should go above their head. Like even that down to that, you want to have all the foundations in place. So, oh my god, it's an unbelievable feeling, and they're missing out on that. Like there's no other feeling. You could do abajo, which is a basic step for an entire song, but if you have the proper connection, it's the best dance you're having in your life.
Absolutely.
Versus doing 20,000 turns, and you know, and you're falling on the floor when you're done, and you don't even know what's going on. You know, like,
right? Or you know what? And you know what I've seen that makes me a little bothered, triggered, or whatever the word you want to say for this decade.
That happens to me. I get triggered. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. That people aren't even finishing songs.
Oh.
People aren't even finishing. Like, I'm tired after 2.5 minutes. Like, who's the one that was going fast?
That's interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's
they're not enjoying it. Yeah, they're just doing 20,000 turns and then they're done and then boom.
Right, and it's like we can't even finish a song. I don't know. It's as a lead when you're asking for a dance, you're inviting them to the entire experience. True. Like,
yeah, not half. Yeah, unless you're dancing at Juanile, that's a different story.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, what I like to say is that you would at least take small steps so that you could be able to breathe the whole time. I try to challenge everybody to say, dance an entire dance only with your nose, like only breathing out of your nose. If you have to breathe out of your mouth, you're going too fast. You can't handle it. You're redlining. By the way, Enrique Vesing says that he has a great connection with you when you dance.
I love that guy so much, man.
Enrique's another fellow Miami Salsa Kings OG, amazing dancer, person, human being. Love you, brother. Thanks for watching and tuning in, man.
Yeah, man, he's awesome. Man, but that's one thing that I loved about you. You remember, you trained me. For starters, you got me certified as a professional salsa instructor by the World Salsa Federation. All right, so that's an amazing, because you really do learn a lot throughout that certification. You know, you really do learn a lot, but you're very technical, which is what I always loved about you. And you really help break it down to where it's almost, it fits like a glove, when you grab a partner, and it's like, wow. Like, it's just an amazing feeling. And it doesn't happen often. I grab followers, and you just know when they have that proper posture, tension, the way they're standing, the way they oh my god, it's amazing. And then you grab them and you go crazy. They can handle it, but you know that's another thing. You know immediately off the bat by how they feel, how far you can take your skill. So
right.
You have to know where to keep it depending on the person you're dancing with.
Absolutely.
I've always said you're only as good as the person you're dancing with.
Right. Well, correct. Yeah. But that's because you understand the respect that one should have for their connection. Because you could, which you see all the time, you see leads or followers just outdoing their partner. And that's what defeats. Yeah, and then that's when people get hurt, right?
Exactly.
But the idea is that if you're respecting the connection, you're going to maximize the connection, not you or not your partner or is trying to maximize themselves. It's wherever you can move together.
Yeah. It goes so much as to even looking at each other.
No, bro, es otra cosa. Imagínate.
Your partner when you're dancing they don't look at each other.
Right. Well, what ends up happening? I feel is a lot of the gentlemen we're just in our head, bro.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Especially when you're learning.
Right. So what I try to do, and what we're doing now at Salsa Kings is, we're actually giving a little pin, a little crown It's kind of like they're the only test really, and all they got to do is dance a full song without stopping their feet. That's all you got to do. That's it. So you do that, you're officially a salsa king or a queen. Why? Because that means you can dance all night long.
Yeah.
If you can dance one song, you can dance two. You can dance three. You can dance all night long with anybody, staying connected to the beat of the music. And that's where the priorities lie. And as long as we have that, then at least you'll be able to, when you reach that level of comfort, you can really start to create that magic, that feeling that you're talking about.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Having a good foundation is just you're gonna be better off when you get to the turns. You know, people want to do the alades, like the crazy alades that I do and all that crazy stuff, but there's so much foundation that goes into that for it to be clean, fast, on beat. And that all comes from foundation. If I didn't have the foundation, I would be hitting. I mean, my the elbows all over the place. You know. Just the elbows. I can't tell you how many people dance with their elbows up like this the whole time.
Right.
You know, when they're doing sombreros, when they're doing anything, instead of having your elbows down, normal, tranquilo.
Sure. Know? What would you say, kind of like as an overall, across the board, not any particular like turn pattern or anything like that, but a foundational point that maybe one for leads, maybe one for follows, that you would just say, make sure that this is there. What would you say?
It's definitely gonna be the tension.
Okay.
Tension from the follower, tension from the lead.
Okay.
It's not there. It's not there because it's not there because elbows are going back. There's no tension there. You know, you're extending. I don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
The principles.
Sure.
You know. That off the rip, you can tell there's no tension, so there's no connection. There's no leading really, because if there's no tension, you're not really leading. You're kind of just dragging around back and forth, and vice versa. If you're the follower, you're just being pulled and tossed.
Right.
Instead of a flow, nice, beautiful dance, you know. So definitely tension, bro. Work on your tension. Work on the connection together with the partner that you have.
So I guess to if I was to kind of I guess paint another, not perspective, but reword the tension. I try to stay even though I understand exactly what you're saying, I try to stay away from the word tension because tension sounds like it's hard.
Yeah, people.
Right, they tighten up. So the word that I like to use the word connection, but more so of the feeling of literally life on the other side of the body, right? Because you could touch a towel, right? Well, if what would you feel if that towel was all of a sudden move, right? Like, oh, okay, there's life there. Right, exactly. So to feel the actual other person's electricity, their soul, their body, like to actually feel them. So that why? Because when you dance with someone like Jeanette, for example, if you try and squeeze her, she's gonna give you those eyes like, get off me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for those follows that are a little bit more trained, that don't necessarily need so much power or control because they can take themselves, it's just the connection is all that's necessary in order to be able to deliver the signal ultimately.
And that's a step that we skipped in the foundation. It's also when you have a good foundation, you know how to lead every single type of follow. Heavy follow, light follow, any type of follow, you know, because you have those foundations already in place. You know, you don't go just grab a light follow like a Jeanette and just throw her across the room.
Right.
Like, I used to do that with Lena.
Oh my gosh. So, okay. So a little bit of context. Lena, I think she's like 4'11" and a half. She made it very clear that she was 4'11" and a half. But the absolute ballerina, another ballerina, absolutely beautiful, you know, fully trained, classically trained, tremenda salsera, amazing. But she was 95 pounds wet, like, you know, but absolutely amazing. And she would literally do absolutely anything that you asked
When we did the shoot,
on the night.
when we did performances and then black flips and everything, all that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But definitely that's very that because everybody's different. You could be heavy, light. It all depends on just how you carry yourself. Nothing to do with weight. It has nothing to do with weight.
Correct.
You can be heavy and be a light lead follow. You know,
Right.
or you can be very skinny and be a super heavy follow.
Correct. And we felt those as well, right? That's like, yeah, mind blowing. No, for sure. Right. So I guess ultimately what you're trying to say is almost pay a little bit more attention to the other person.
Yes.
And then the other way around, I would almost even say more so for the follows to the leads, feeling them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us a little bit more about that for follows. What changes between leads? You know.
Okay, I mean it's. I'm gonna tell you. I don't know from my perspective, from what I've gotten over the years of experience, from dancing as a follow as well. But I would say you get a sense when you have a good lead, you immediately feel it, and it's all about it's good. You immediately feel it when you have a good lead, and you just feel safe.
Safe is beautiful description.
Yeah, you feel safe. You're in good hands, and you can enjoy yourself. You don't have to worry about because you just know. You don't have to worry about them breaking your arm because you know this person knows how to lead and is connecting with you immediately. Versus the second you got somebody that doesn't connect with you, is not there. You already feel nervous. You already start to get even more tense, which in return is not even. It's not going to help. It's not going to benefit the problem at hand. It's going to make it worse.
Right.
And so on. So. And you can get hurt. A lot of people can get hurt. I see arms flying all over the place all the time.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful how you describe that, which I couldn't agree more. Is that you're allowing the follow to feel safe.
Yes.
So I think what specifically leads need to be able to do, instead of focusing on executing, prioritizing the human being, the universe in front of you, and making sure that she feels, or your follow is feeling comfortable enough to be able to actually dance. Yes. She said yes already, but she can walk away at any second.
100%.
Ladies, you can walk away.
Yes, walk away. You can say no. It's okay.
At any second. Okay? Very important. Very, very important that you ladies understand your power.
Yes.
And gentlemen, to understand and respect that power, and that you are serving, right? That we're serving the guest, that we're serving her, that we're delivering the song in our way, per se, right? This is great. Albertico, you have there's apparently a trend here. Mr. Ray Sanchez says, I feel comfortable when I dance with Albertico, red heart. There's a trend here. Ladies, can you chime in here to make Albertico look a little bit better? Because we have two men that already feel very comfortable dancing with Albertico here. This is great. Appreciate you chiming in, Ray. Love you, brother.
Very true, man. Connecting is overall, it's more important than any turn, than anything that you can do. To be able to build a good foundation where you can connect with every partner that you dance with and give them and provide them an amazing time, because that along with yourself, but more so them, that's the best. Then you can do the turns. Then you start to get crazier and you start to get more or whatever you want to do. But you have the foundation has to be that connection has to be brought back. It has that leading, that follow, that sense of safety. You know, comfort. Oh, let's have fun. Let's have a good time. I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm not gonna,
Right. Right. And I think it's just a objective shift versus let me do this versus let me have fun. And if you're constantly trying to reach for something, you're never going to be able to enjoy yourself because you're constantly. It's never enough. It's always next level, the next level, and next level, and then we don't stop to smell the roses, per se. When the dance itself is the roses, like you're trying to compete when nobody was watching you, nobody cares. Like it's all
the fact, it's the truth, but it's what you see out there.
Yeah. So the objective, I like to say the word the objective, because if we go into it, but correct me if you disagree at any point, like if the objective shifts to or the priority, right? And that's to create something together that you couldn't otherwise do before, right? By yourself, right?
Right.
Then you'd be able to actually I call it magic. That you're saying that feeling. I like to call that feeling magic.
Yeah.
Legit. Okay, so we talked about the leads. We talked about the follows. What about a parallel? I always like to discuss parallels with your life. What would you say? What foundational things has salsa brought to your personal life that you feel that perhaps when looking at or having conversations with non-dancers that you end up kind of bringing some salsa light to them?
I love that. That's a great question. I would definitely say salsa is a big confidence builder.
Oof.
It definitely gives you the confidence to walk into any room and know you can dance better than anybody there.
Oh my God. That's good. That's good.
No, but definitely. So that's one of the things that definitely helped me out a lot in life, with salsa being the reason why I gained a lot of confidence. Never scared of doing anything. Not especially like when you first start in salsa, you're probably still even a little bit nervous to ask a girl to dance and stuff like that,
Right.
And then you start breaking the walls down, breaking the shells. But you get to a point where you're not. They said no. Who cares? Go on. That's not,
Right.
And in life, it's the same thing. For career choices, for friendships, for family, for relationships, for anything. If you have that confidence, I mean, it's you're already one step ahead.
That's actually a beautiful answer, brother. I can definitely.
A lot more that comes with it. A lot more, but confidence definitely.
That's a huge one, because I can definitely say the same for myself, along with.
I mean, you've seen the students.
Yeah. 100% of everybody that walks in different aspects. I think for a man or for a male, ladies, I don't think that you realize, or maybe you're starting to. The influence that you have on your male peers. And for us guys, if we know that if a salsa song were to come on and we can ask you to dance and you would say yes, like that is so huge for us on like a soul level. So thank you. And vice versa for the ladies. I think having a medium to express themselves genuinely, and to kind of go through whether it be a roller coaster or a lazy river, depending on your partner, exactly. That you're still able to, express yourself, right? And I definitely think that definitely builds a lot of confidence, because I think ladies can definitely be shy or intimidated to express themselves. And as we all know, scientifically proven, the health benefits of that are outrageous. So no, absolutely, man. That's huge. And one of these days, Salsa Kings will put on an ad and we'll have 3 doctors on there. We'll have Kiko, we'll have Nairi, and we'll have any other doctors that are willing to contribute to this message. That salsa, scientifically proven, improves your life. Dial 888-40 salsa, and you can pick up the
anybody that you even know personally. I have a few people that I know personally. For me, before even starting to teach with you in 2010 or whatever, that I finally got them to come to salsa, finally, and their life has changed completely.
Oh yeah.
You walk around and you can't even recognize them. You're like, what? You never even talked to a soul in a room. It's crazy. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful process that happens. Take your time with it, learn it, let it settle, learn it again,
Right.
and move at a nice, good pace. Which there are people out there who do, and but the majority,
Right. So another bomb question. What would you say, how important is it to learn the opposite role when social dancing? And how does that influence the perspective of the entire foundation? Take that away. Boom.
Bro, definitely if you're a lead, I don't think a follow. It's a hard question. I don't think a follow really needs to learn how to lead if they're what they enjoy is following, right? Now, if the main thing you do is lead, but I highly recommend if you lead to also learn how to follow. If you're when you dance, your main point is to lead, then I highly recommend you also follow. Because if you know how to follow and lead, you understand the connection better than anybody. Because now you know what it's supposed to feel like as a follower, and now you know what it's supposed to feel like as a lead. So now you're unstoppable.
Would you say that you learn what it's supposed to feel like as a lead because you learn what it's not supposed to feel like? In the sense that, like, because in my experience, a lot of people who feel, or a lot of follows that finally feel what it is to be led bad, they're like, oh, that's why I can't do that.
Right. Yes, yeah. It's always an eye opener. Always.
Right.
Even as simple as teaching somebody how to lead incorrectly on a dile que no versus correctly, making the student who is a leader follow us on a dile que no, they immediately understand how much they need to actually lead.
Right.
And they're always mind blown. Like, oh, okay. Because they're always scared in the beginning. They always
Right. Absolutely.
So yeah. I definitely don't think it's important if all you do is follow. But if you are a leader, I definitely recommend you follow as well. Learn both, master both. I'm
gonna challenge that for the follows. The reason why I found why leading is important for follows is because sometimes follows, we like to do this. For those of you that are not able to see and you're only on the audio version, I just rolled my eyes. It's very easy to make a judgment on a leader when you've never led before.
That's a good point.
So when you, as a follow, if you learn how to lead, you begin to respect that role and understand that it's not as easy, or just because somebody's not good at it doesn't mean that they're a horrible person, because what ends up happening is that you'll realize, just like anything else in life, you're going to suck at it in the beginning, and you know that you're not a horrible person. So dang, all of those judgments that I made in the past about all of these horrible people are maybe not horrible people, they're just new.
Right.
So what ends up happening is it creates a welcoming dynamic. I don't think there's anything, in my opinion, more of a turn off than an uninviting follow. If that makes sense, right? Like imagine the analogy that I like to use is server and guest, right? As I mentioned before, the lead is the server and the follow is the guest. Could you imagine hosting somebody at your house, right? And the guest at your house is rolling their eyes and like kicking the food away and saying that this is disgusting, right? Right. And the thing is that there's people that do that. And the second that they host, all that they ever want is for everyone to say how good their food was, how clean their house is, and to appreciate what is being served to them, right? So yes, I guess you could say from a technique standpoint, I agree with you. There's a lot of energetic happenings, which this is what I like to talk about with the foundations, which is why you and I connect on so many levels. Is there's a lot of energetic things. There's a lot of mindset that needs to be understood kind of before going in the dance. And follows. If you can have a smile and appreciate, maybe he's not your favorite dancer, but if you can appreciate and you put a smile on your face and you say thank you at the end of the dance, you just gave him the inspiration for another 2 years of dancing.
That is the power that they hold on them.
Exactly. And I think that's very, very important foundationally. The culture behind.
Give a good dance. Have fun and try to enjoy yourself the most you can. And if you know you're not gonna say no, don't dance with that person.
Correct.
Don't accept their invitation to the house.
Right.
Sorry, I can't.
Right. And that's a big deal. And that's a big deal. That if you're not going to enjoy yourself and you cannot hold back, then just say no.
Yeah, and allow worse to have that face while dancing than to say no. Correct. It hurts a lot less if you said no in the beginning than to finish a song knowing that you didn't even enjoy anything.
Right.
That's horrible.
Absolutely.
Say no.
Absolutely. No, this is
right.
No, this is beautiful stuff, man, and I appreciate you bringing all this stuff up, man. So I guess, yeah. I guess for the future then, we really have talked about a lot of stuff already. Do we have, what kind of things would you continue to say for everybody new? I know that you said to kind of refocus on the foundations. Are you saying literally to start group lessons back up from the beginning again? Are you saying to learn the other role? Are you saying to take private lessons? Like what specifically? Or is it all the above? Like,
yeah, kind of in a sense that was pretty much good. I would say, I mean, I know private classes can get pricey, so I would jump back into level 2, like or basic 2 or whatever, depending on the school, where you go over your grips. You go over leading, framework. Framework is huge. There's no framework anymore. Shoulders never even match. It's like non-existent. So you learn all those. You refresh your mind again, and you reinstill that into your dancing, and you're just gonna be better off rip. Just doing one more class at level 2. Go even if you're in level 5, advanced 7, master's class. Watch videos of yourself dancing.
That's a good one.
Yourself. I don't think people critique. Every time I see a video of myself, I critique it. My arms, my legs. Where am I looking? Why did I look at my arm? I shouldn't be looking at my arms doing a lot of this. I need like things like that. I pick at myself to then get better and better. So I don't think people are doing that. Go back, look at yourself, and really, really look at yourself as if an instructor is examining it right now, what is wrong, and try to fix it, and go from there. But definitely go back to level 2, revisit a few different levels, and talk to your followers. Have them also judge you and give you feedback. How do you feel right now? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel okay? You know what I mean? They should be comfortable even in high heels. That's how good your connection should be.
Right. No, absolutely. That's a big one, man. Communication. At the end of the day, ask.
Yeah, ask. Talk to each other. Good. Do I give you more? No. How's your frame? Leading. How are you leading? Are you stabbing her back with your fingers? Are you not? A lot of people still do that. They still do that.
Yeah.
That hurts so much. And I know because being a follower, when you follow, after 20 leaders have stabbed your back, it's incredible. You get home with a bruise and everything.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ladies, by all means, man, Speak
Tell the
up.
guys.
Speak up.
Ladies need to speak more to the guys, black and white, and not really care. It's gonna benefit them.
Well, that's a little hard for them. That's asking a lot. That's asking a lot.
Just say it.
Just know, ladies, that we process things differently than you do. We're not gonna feel those. We're not gonna our feelings are not gonna be hurt. We're gonna take that. We're gonna take that as aid. We're gonna take that as help. Please continue to do so. Please speak what you're feeling. You're only allowing us to better serve you. Very, 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 very important. Aside from the exercise of just expressing yourself and communicating how you feel, which is, of course, you can never have enough practice with that. But don't think that you're going to be hurting his feelings, especially if you're sharing a classroom setting. That is exactly what it's for.
They're there for that. Everybody desperately needs that feedback, and that's always been missing a little bit in the. I guess it's like the learning humans when they're learning and they're shy.
Well, you're right, exactly. Nobody wants to ask a dumb question, right?
Right, and there are no dumb questions.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
But yeah, definitely. Ask your instructors. Ask him to watch you dance, and ask him what am I doing wrong? How's my framework? How's my connections? How do I look? How is it? If you really care about how you look. But I mean, I'm just saying it because it's scary out there.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. I think we're of course talking to those that that really, really enjoy this thing and that they want to provide the optimum experience for their partner, lead or follow. And there's just so much awesomeness on the side of the coin of respecting one another and reciprocating energies, the give and the take, and that allowing that to flow with the music. It literally is magical. That's the word that I use.
It's magic.
It's magic,
and it makes me smile. It's magic.
And the magic is different because there's three parties, right? And I talk about this in my episode 50, the Trinity. There's the music, there's you, and then there's your partner. So it's the three entities. There's the three entities that are dancing. Three, right? Yes. So to create the synchronicity between those, because you're different every day, the partner that you're dancing with is often different, and then the song that you play is obviously going to be different too. So if you're dancing the same every single song, then are we expressing ourselves? Because essentially, if you're different every day, your partner's different every day, and the song is different, then why are you dancing this song like you did the last song? Right?
Every song requires its own.
It has its own feeling. It has its own color. It has its own texture. It has its own piece of art.
We always focus on that. When you hear a song, you dance to the song.
Correct.
If a song is slow, building up, nice, una aventura, it's nice and slow. Relax. There's no need to be running around doing.
Enchufa doble a lo cubano, derecha al revés por debajo. Whoa!
I mean,
right.
And then when the song builds up, you build up with it. You're dancing. All three of you. I love that. I've never heard that before.
The Trinity. I call it the Trinity. So the point is that the lead is following the song. Boom.
Bam.
And these are the foundations that we're talking about, guys. And I love the fact that I'm having this conversation with you, Albertico, because I know that we're on the same page. I got the words for it because I studied it. That's all. But we're on the same page. I know that you know what I'm talking about. Is that we're following with this, right? And we got two of them. Praise God. We got two of them. Right? So to allow that to be your inspiration, and the reason why you're dancing is because you're inspired. The idea is that you can't help yourself. It's not let me show off.
Yes. That was good.
Right?
Good.
So it goes back to the intention. It goes back to the intention. Oh, this is a salsa song. This is a salsa song. So that means it's time for me to dance salsa. Right. So it's the intention behind it should be, this song makes me feel good. Let me capitalize. Let me ask somebody who's also feeling good right now because the song is being played, and let's see what magic we can create together.
Yeah, exactly. You can't help it. You just go. Your body just goes with the song. You want to completely give yourself into that song and your partner. Yeah.
And if you're going through motions, if you're doing the salsa, it's different than dancing the salsa, the bachata, the kizomba, the zouk, the fill in the blank, the tango, the waltz.
Dancing is really. Yeah.
Right. So 100%, brother. I couldn't agree with you more. I love the tips that you gave. Let's recap those if you don't mind. First one, the main one is feedback, right? Feedback from your peers, feedback from your teacher, feedback from yourself because you're recording your videos.
Yes, critique yourself. Go over every single video, look at yourself in detail. What can you do to get better, smoother, faster, cleaner? Enjoy yourself more. Though your partner have a better time with you. Right. Look at your partner when you watch a video of yourself.
There you go.
Look at your partner. How are they doing? Are they having fun? Are they having a good time?
Right.
Are they lost? Are they struggling? All of that.
Right. This face right here is probably not good. This one's probably better.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So I definitely agree with that one. Take a look at your partner as you're doing that as well. And that goes for the follows. That goes for you follows as well. I mean, there's an infinite level of expression. Like there's no limit to how big, ladies, you can become energetically. How good you can feel. Like you got us guys multiplied like times 1,000,000 when it comes to that department. Here we go. Enrique says, no dile que no. Stop dancing rueda by yourself or when you're couple dancing, right? Absolutely, man. And that's huge, but that also comes from, we also can't necessarily blame the student for that because a lot of Miami schools are just doing rueda. So they're just kind of representing what they're doing. But I agree with you. 100%. We've always, did that, at the Salsa Kings model, kind of separating the move from the dile que no. Dile que no is just to move the lady from the right side to the left side.
That's it.
Period. That's all it is. Like those are unrelated.
How instilled that was, though, right? It's like me time. I still do it. They have this subconsciously because it's since 7 years old. Every time.
Absolutely. So understanding those foundations, even if the foundation, we go even deeper beyond what we've learned, which is what I feel that I definitely needed to do, where we've trying to go even deeper than what I was taught the Reda system as well. I mean, at the end of the day, like I think we all did at the start,
Going deeper,
right, and take it. Okay, how does this break down a little bit more? Do we need to do dile que no at the end of every single move? Like those are the types of questions, that we kind of we all Enrique, you too, we ask these questions together.
I think you have the binder, the famous Bible, right?
The Salsa Bible.
Yeah, the Salsa Bible, and I'm pretty. I mean, that was written. It's literally a Bible, and on there after every single move, dile que no. Right?
Yeah,
it says it on there. It's written down on the
Yeah.
That was so instilled. But when you go in deeper, you don't need it. You can go into something else immediately.
Right.
Even while if any of that.
If the song asks for it. Right?
Drop the mic.
Yes. Right? So we go back to that. I mean, I'm not even a fan of any moves that are longer than 4 measures. I don't, because
same. Yeah.
Every four measures the music changes anyways. So, or not all the time, but right. You need to at least be ready for the song to either speed up or slow down every 4 measures or every 4 bars. Right. But yeah, anyways, so it's already 9:00, bro. See, I told you, man. This thing's
quick.
Wild, bro. Wild.
Man, that
Wild.
was so much fun. That was so much fun. All right, last surprise.
I love it. I know. I love it.
So how do you take us out of here? How do we do this?
Annalise says this was absolutely awesome. And she says she's super proud of you.
I love you, baby.
Awesome. I appreciate you for tuning in, and I appreciate you. Oye, listen, we're going to have open questions right now. So drop them. Drop them right now. Let's go. Drop them for Albertico Bling Bling in the house. Yee.
Block Enrique. Make sure Enrique can't ask any questions.
So Annalise says, thank you, my love. And Enrique says, thank you, Annalise. Oye, Enrique, stop being so savage, dog. Come on, dog. Oh, Martha. Oh, my God. Matica. She says, this was awesome. Tuned in late, but Albertico, I love you. Oh, my gosh. Martha, how are you, mama? So Matica's another Salsa Kings OG, triple OG, bomb instructor, amazing dancer. She's got all the juice.
Sister, right?
Huh?
John's sister?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, all right, for sure, yeah.
For sure.
Easy.
Anna McCarty says Albertico is the best.
Oh my God, Anna! Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, it's awesome.
What's going on? Oh, Anna says is telling Enrique to leave.
Thank you, baby. Yeah, get out of here, man.
Oh, Anna McCarty says that she remembers seeing you at your first salsa class.
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, because Anna was there at Salsa Kings, right? Was it Salsa Kings?
Apparently, if that was your first salsa class.
Yeah, it's Salsa Kings.
Oh, okay. So apparently I got the Marthas wrong. Martha Diaz. I'm so sorry. It's Martha Anna's friend. Sorry about that.
Oh my God! Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. No, for sure. Appreciate you.
I love
Thanks for tuning in, Martha. Sorry about that. I apologize. So yeah, guys. Any questions at all? Drop them. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and close this out. And long story short. Yeah. Long story short, guys, is that like anything else, it takes time. And I think the time is a factor. It's not, how can I eliminate time in this learning process? You literally digest information when you go to sleep and you wake up the next day. You are a better salsa, bachata, kizomba, tango dancer when you wake up the next morning. And so trying to jam pack everything is by default going to be a lot more challenging for you. Allow yourself to take in the information bit by bit and to really, really digest it so that you can maximize the fun.
Magic.
Magic.
I'm telling you, the magic. Enrique knows about the magic.
Yeah.
The magic. It's incredible. It's incredible when both the follower and the lead have that connection. I'm telling you, it's like no turn can ever compare to it. Remember that.
It's another dimension. It's another dimension.
It's incredible.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. El famoso Albertico Bling Bling.
Albertico del pelo bonito.
Del pelo bonito. For all my gringos in the house, that's with the pretty hair. And for those of you that are only watching audio, Albertico is beautifully bald. Beautifully bald. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love every single one of you. This will be released April 24th in the audio version, which will be the day that I'm interviewed Andres Fernandez for episode 100, which we're excited about.
Look out for your video now.
Yeah, so that, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Hopefully, I don't talk too much, but I definitely have a lot to say.
There should be a special 2-hour event.
Oh,
so
yeah?
You can really talk a lot. Yeah, man. Get in there. Yeah.
Felix just chimed in, and he said, awesome content. Thank you, Felix. Thank you, Felix, for tuning in, brother. I thank you so much. Love you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. So for to subscribe to the text list to be able to constantly get the links for our other interviews, It's news.salsakingslive.com. So website, just open up your browser, news.salsakingslive, which is the name of our podcast, .com. So that way, every other week, we have an interview with a special guest with a topic that they are passionate about, that they want to deliver. Yes. Yeah? So, okay, so do you feel that you delivered your message today, brother?
I think so, man. I think so. I think we got it out there. I think anybody who watches this video and they're definitely learning or already think they know everything, this video is definitely going to help them, bring them back a little bit, and just go back to your core, go back to the foundations. Don't forget the connection. If it's not magical when you're dancing, you're doing it wrong.
There you go. Okay, so here's one. If you saw magic, would you be able to recognize it? I would hope that you would all say yes. So if it doesn't feel magical, then talk to your instructor. Start watching your videos. Pay attention to that, because the feeling is so clear. It's so obvious. It's so apparent. And if you don't know what we're talking about, that's okay. That's okay. That just means that we need to pay a little bit more attention to the foundations so that you can feel that, because you can start to develop that magic from your basic steps. You don't need to turn the lady one time to feel the magic. Not once.
Beautiful.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And we know that that all the academies, we by default have to show you cool turns, because that's what's going to get you guys to continue to come back. But understand that the magic lives in your connection with that other human being.
Yes.
So absolutely, brother. Thank you for all that.
Thank you for having me on, man. I love you, dude.
I love you too, my brother. I love you too. And I'll have you back on soon, bro. I'll have you back on soon. You see some, oye, bro, I need to get back on that podcast, bro, because I need to talk to them about this. I'll be like, let's do it. And we'll do it, and we'll make it happen. All righty, my brother. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you all. I'm Des Fernandez, and Albertico Bling Bling, episode 99, Foundations. Signing out. Love you guys. Bye-bye.